Okay, hello.
Hello.
We've just got back from Japan and we have an ungodly amount of things in which we bought.
Yeah.
A lot of gifts for ourselves.
Yeah, a lot of
which
gifts.
is most important. Kicking off then with supermarket bits. Starting with one of my favourites, which was plum liquor.
Plum wine, plum liquor.
Plum wine.
We found these in a little supermarket. Sort of great little sort of goodie bag size for people. They have a little plum rolling around in there.
Yeah.
Sake. We actually didn't drink one cup of sake. Whilst we was in Japan, we did drink some nice sake, but this is sort of renowned for being
terrible.
pretty cheap and maybe not so good. We found these small pouches of Pocari Sweat.
Yeah, very cute. Very kawaii.
And if nobody's ever had Pocari Sweat before, don't be turned off by the name. It is the most incredible drink ever. It's sort of an electrolyte drink. Great. Saves your life when you've had a sort of warm, humid day in Japan.
Or hungover.
Or hungover. Or
Yeah.
both. Yeah.
1 cup noodles. So we just got 2 of those.
Little Kewpie mayos. But we saw these again in the supermarket. There's a cute little unique Japanese item.
And then for ourselves, we got this seasoning for rice bag from 7-Eleven.
Lots of different flavours of furikakis and rice seasoning and things like this, which is nice. Kobe wine or sake mustard for ourselves. We like our mustard, I guess. And it's really good actually. We tried it today. It's very nice.
This is not...
Yeah, it's good. The spicy Kewpie mayo, which we've never seen in the UK before. Wasabi.
Yeah, it's more
kick to
wasabi,
it,
I'd say.
You know, than it is sort of chili spice, more wasabi spice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Delicious,
Very
though.
delicious.
Went to MoMA Design, specifically in Osaka, and I would say one purchase which you probably should make at the start of your trip is a little wallet, a bunch of cards you can get in there, and most importantly, a separate coin purse, a note holder at the back as well. So it's very small but mighty. Cup noodle coaster.
We also got some chopstick holders. So we got this cute, I can't remember what these are called, the cute little sort of sweet rice and soy sauce glazed
Shrimp tempura.
little
Which
katsu
you can-
prawn or tempura prawn. We also went to a shop called Loft. We've got some more chopstick holders. So we have a little origami crane, which is very cute. And a personal favourite of mine, we also got a Kewpie mayo chopstick holder. We got some more gifts for people. Very hungry caterpillar, little plant pot, red pine bonsai as a little gift. We also got a shiso planting kit.
Tiny umbrella. We live in Manchester, it rains a lot.
Pens. Japan is great for stationery. Muji. This is another very popular big store in Japan. It's a little wash bag, sort of quite a compact. Speaking on stationery, Muji are also good for stationery as well, so I got a selection of Muji pens as well.
We got 2 soy sauce keyrings, a back scratcher with a
It's like a crab claw.
crab claw on the top by the
Awesome.
looks of it. I think we'll probably use this for soy sauce, dipping dish. He hand makes everything himself. He had a little sign in there saying that he didn't speak English, but he made everything himself. So, and bless him, he was probably like mid-80s.
Yeah, late 80s.
To late
mid-80s, so yeah,
80s.
it was,
He had fake teeth in. His wife came out to come and say hello, and they were just the cutest. Beautiful, like sake slash. We'll probably use it for a bit of both, so sake and espresso.
I think that's my favourite
Like piece of pottery.
piece of pottery we bought there. It's absolutely beautiful.
This was from a store in Osaka.
Sake slash, maybe double espresso cups. It's quite nice. It's a bit of a deep blue, and we've got a bit of more of a rustic. It's very nice actually. And again, we bought this sort of, I guess, like a shell sort of dish, small dish.
Perfect dipping dish for a gyoza.
It's literally perfect for a gyoza. It's fantastic.
As we were travelling around and we were going to, more specifically Airbnbs, but then when you go around the streets of Kyoto, I'd say, and like Nara and places like that, they would have like these like raccoon-looking animals outside with like really big bellies and big something else, but we didn't know until I googled it. So they're called tanukis, and I got one from this store, so a small one, because I just thought that for me really reminds me of Japan. We asked our Airbnb host kind of what they represent, but she specifically said for wealth.
Yeah, little kitty chopsticks, only small. A cat or something, which is quite cute. Plain, simple looking chopstick actually.
We ended up in the Creuset, got this chopstick set, which is Mount Fuji and also a little fish, exclusive to Japan.
Got this Snow Peak water bottle, titanium water bottle, which I've wanted for quite a while. I think it's so cool. I've got some gifts for people, so we got lots of little snacks and bits and pieces and stuff as gifts. We got this little sort of juice, which is ramune sort of flavour. Little Pokemon jellies, different flavours, bits and pieces. Pokemon cards, the Surging Sparks, all in Japanese. Pokemon cards. I managed to get 5 boxes of this, which is the limit. Pokemon Uno set.
It's very cute.
Which is cute as a gift. Another friend of mine is a big One Piece fan, so I got some One Piece playing cards as well. I also got a little Eevee penny as well.
We did do a bit of gachaing, if that's even a term.
I think anything you can think of, you can get in gacha.
Apart from Kit Kat, we just couldn't find it anywhere.
Only Metal Gear Solid merch I could find was in a gacha machine.
Yeah.
The badge of the original first game's sort of radio, the codec messages.
Don Quijote.
Don Quijote.
I did my research before I went on healthcare, cosmetics, the Anthony shampoo and conditioners. So got the deep moist shampoo and conditioner, hair oil, number 3, and which I've actually used today and can say it's good. Moist repair treatment as well as the pink version, the hair oil to go with that. Refills. So I got 2 refills for both the hair oils, the Fino one and also the gold one. We'll try them both, see how it goes. So Fino hair oil, also got that. So the melty stick to hold hair in place. Also the balms to again hold hair in place. So it's the rice face masks and face sheets. So in Don Quijote, they just have them in packs now, so it's easy just to kind of grab and go. Sunscreen. So I actually could have done with opening this because it was really hot while we were there. Kiss Me mascaras, supposed to be amazing for waterproof. I have hooded eyes, so I do wear waterproof mascara. 2 removers to take it off. You've probably seen those as well. Dental stuff, so seen a lot of good reviews about the mouthwashes.
Fancied getting some whitening toothpaste. This Dentiste Plus is supposed to be very good.
We stayed in an amazing Airbnb, probably the best Airbnb we've stayed in ever. At the bottom of Mount Fuji, and we saw it for a solid 4 hours the morning after we arrived.
Early morning, like 6.
It was pissing it down the day that we arrived. Couldn't see it. It was cloudy and grey. Then the next day, literally, the clouds just disappeared and it was stunning. But our lovely Airbnb host kind of left us a little Mount Fuji soap in there as well. Went a bit wild on Kit Kats in all honesty. We did double up though, because we're gonna, like Jack said, we're gonna do loads of little gift boxes with just kind of Japanese keepsakes and what have you. So we're gonna split the boxes and just kind of give people individual flavours to try, because there is a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot. Purple sweet potato, yeah. Ito cumin Uji matcha flavour.
Lime Kit Kats. First time I've ever seen that.
Sake. This is ume sake. So this is plum sake.
Apple.
Uji hoicha. So this is like roasted
Hojicha.
green tea, right?
Yeah,
Hojicha.
my fave. Strawberry cheesecake flavour.
Little Mount Fuji, and this is a blueberry cheesecake flavour. And you can sort of see the colour of the Kit Kat there with a little snow on top.
Ooh, this one. So Azuki sandwich flavour.
Peach. I love peaches. I'm not overly sure how it's going to work with a Kit Kat.
Oh, autumn sweets. Jack's worst flavour. So it looks like chestnut.
Apple pie version of the Kit Kats. Wasabi flavour. Ichihara ramen, which is a very famous, very big ramen chain. So each one of these boxes, we did. We bought them in the airport, as a last minute thing. And we went to Gekkeikan, which is a very famous, very big sake distillery. One of two that can make the Emperor's sake. Brought home this bottle of Junmai Daiginjo.
Matcha. So as Jack said, we went to Uji. Didn't really do much research, in all honesty, before we went to Uji. So ended up just kind of walking into just a few kind of matcha shops in there. This was the one that I got. So I spoke to somebody and said I wanted something quite creamy, quite light. It's definitely light. I tried it for the first time yesterday. I've always loved hojicha. There's a place in Manchester called Chaology, which Jack took me for my birthday this year, and we did a quiet time kind of tea tasting. I actually tried hojicha for the first time there, and it was actually one of my favourites out of all of the matches that we tried. I think there was like maybe 10. So yeah, bought one of them from there, which I'm excited to try. I'm not quite sure what it is. And then the Japanese characters are...
Found a really nice spot in Kyoto. Fuku coffee roastery. There was a super nice guy inside. It was drip coffee.
Fragrances.
Yeah.
Now, bit of a touchy subject for me.
We went to the LABO in Kyoto specifically.
I was in the queue for the store, the old store, which is beautiful inside, the one that has the cafe. So I was in the queue. I'd probably been waiting an hour, and somebody who works in the store came around and says, "Oh, by the way, we've sold out the Kyoto fragrance now." I didn't even know that was a thing. Well, we both didn't know that was a thing, that they were doing a specific Kyoto fragrance, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, when I got into the store, I was smelling a few fragrances. I liked Ylang 13 and the Jasmine one, which I purchased. But then I smelled the Kyoto one and I was like, oh my God, it's actually amazing. Like, we can't really leave Kyoto without having it. So I called Jack, who had been to Pokemon, and I said, oh, the Kyoto ones, the fragrance is amazing. I also think you'd like Ylang 13. Anyway, they'd sold out of both the Kyoto and Ylang 13 in the store that I was in. So I only bought the Jasmine one here. So in the 15 mil. Yeah, Jasmine 17. Bought it in Kyoto. Really cute. You can get a little kind of note, a few words on it. So yeah, smells nice. Really refreshing. Smells exactly like jasmine. So yeah, really easy to wear. Nice. So anyway, I bought that and I said to Jack, we need to get the Kyoto one. Like the Kyoto one's amazing. I said, you're gonna absolutely love it, blah, blah, blah. So Jack waited in the LABO store and they'd still had it in. And when you got to the front, they came out and they said that they sold out of the Kyoto fragrance. And this was the hottest day that we'd experienced in Japan. So we'd spent an hour each waiting outside in like 26-degree heat, sweating. So I was like, right, the next day I'm gonna go to the LABO again. It opens at 10. I'm gonna get there at 9 and queue for this Kyoto fragrance because they only release a certain amount every day. So usually by midday they've sold out. So if you wanna go and get it, you need to get there early and dedicate some time out of your day to go and queue. So I did. I waited an hour in the queue. When I got into the store, they still had some, but they had sold out for the 100 ml and only had the 50 and 15. So I bought 150 and 115.
Oh, I can smell it already. It's a beautiful fragrance. We also went to Maison Margiela in Harajuku. For me, I got the fragrance Under the Stars.
This one was one of 3 that were new in the store, which were only sold at 100 ml, I believe. So as Jack said, Eau de Parfum, Soul of the Forest. So on the first night of Tokyo, or first day should I say, went to Jins to get me some glasses. So I'd had my prescription done this year, maybe the start of this year actually, and got some new prescription glasses in the UK, but as you know, pretty expensive. Easy process. Went into the Jins in Shibuya, yep. I think it was. Yep. Went in, gave him my prescription, picked the glasses that I wanted, and then we came back within an hour to come and pick them up. Didn't have all the lenses. I really liked the guy who was serving us his lenses because they were like a yellowy orange.
Yeah, I think it was called almost like flesh colour lenses or something. They looked very unique and nice.
Yeah, they were. But still managed to get kind of a darker lens of a description, should I say. So yeah, these are the ones. Lightweight. I think they were around 70 to 80 pounds.
So clothes, I'll start with what I'm wearing, I guess. So beams. Japan.
Beans.
Beans, it kind of looks like beans, it's not beans.
Beanie weenies.
So I've got the beam sweater, nice, like it, it's cool. North Face coat, reversible coat, real nice. Like this caught my eye almost straight away. I actually saw this in Tokyo, in Harajuku first, and I didn't buy it until I was in Kyoto. A small embroidered label there. Really comfortable, fits really well, it's quite heavy. It's quilted, and the quality is just, yeah, on another level.
I got this bandana, which was part of a Save the Sea edition. So it has little fishies on it.
And it's this I don't know, this brand, I guess.
Purple label at the bottom.
You go on and check in North Face purple label out in like a sushi shop. It's a knitted green sort of jumper, sweater, polo. So I got one piece.
A store in Kyoto. I don't know if it's anywhere else actually. I've not actually seen it. It's called Soso or Susu, S-O-U. And they've got they have quite a few stores actually in Kyoto.
Fantastic trousers. They're made from there's a specific type of cotton.
It's almost like cheesecloth.
Yeah, it is almost like cheesecloth actually. But it's thicker. It's like a thick cotton. Super comfortable. Look great on as well. Very traditional. They've sort of got this almost very light pleat sort of texture to them. They fit great and
cuffed at the bottom.
Yeah.
And because the trousers are quite long, they kind of bunch up at the bottom.
And they sort of sit quite nice on trainers.
3 shirts and 1 kind of kimono style jacket. So it's just white. It has like that grandad collar style at the top, which I absolutely love. I'm wearing a shirt right now with that. But it has like these really cool kimono sleeves. So it's kind of open up until then and gives you this kind of amazing, like just really nice and relaxed silhouette. I was struggling with the tightness around the neck actually, which I didn't realise I had such a big neck until then. So again, yeah, it's kind of like a bat wing, but this one's collared. This also fit really, really well. Again, the same type of sleeves. Kimono-like jacket, it has this cool, it's like a modern style kimono, almost. Yeah, traditional button, but these trousers are like pleated through it, but then they have a button at the bottom. So as we were talking about Jack's trousers before, where they kind of bunch up at the bottom and sit like really nice over trainers, these are very similar to that. So I'd say material wise, it's like a suit trouser style material.
The t-shirt, it's made from, I think it's like Suprema cotton. It's one of the 3 best cottons sort of you can buy. Super high quality, really nice feeling. I also got a pair of trousers as well. Pretty simple. There's like a double pleat in the front, but these fit fantastic. They were super comfortable, really smart. A bit more higher end. Went to Uniqlo, bought some t-shirts. Again, 1 size up from what I'd normally buy, but again, just got some of the classic t-shirts in there. These are just great.
And also so much cheaper than the UK. Hiroshima. I think the only purchase I made in Hiroshima actually. We stumbled upon this store called Fukuma, and I ended up buying this coat, which was really, really nice on actually.
Yeah,
it looks better on than it did off on the hanger. Kind of made me look a little bit like Snape. But that's because it was pissing it down with rain and we were running around everywhere. So Japanese grandad collar kind of style, which I absolutely love. So went to 2 Flower Mountain stores. First one was Kyoto, quite small, but they had the full Barber Flower Mountain collection in, which I wasn't really looking for at the start. I wanted some really colourful ones because I think that's what Flower Mountain represents. You can see some really, really colourful shoes, but they're quite expensive in the UK. I think if they're not in the sale, you can be paying anywhere between like £190 to £250, depending on what kind of style you're going for. These were more expensive because they were Barber / Flower Mountain. Can't get them in the UK because I had a look at what price it would be afterwards, but I think in the UK they're around £210. I got them over there for about 140. The store in Osaka was much bigger and they had a lot more colour variations, didn't they?
Yeah.
A lot more kind of colourways. So these were the second pair that I bought, which are super colourful. Really cute, purple laces. I think they were 180 when I looked in the UK and I paid £96 for these in Japan. The most special purchase, I'd say, of Japan.
Yes, a knife. I was going to go to Tower Knives in Tokyo, which was the first city we landed in. It didn't work out that we had enough time to go to that particular area at that moment, so I held off. I found another knife shop in Kyoto called Ichihara, which I'd still very much like a knife from. But that's very traditional, and they've been making knives since the 1600s in the exact same store. They opened a few days a month, and unfortunately I didn't get a chance to actually get there and see that. Our next stop was then Osaka, and again I held off going to the Tower Knives in Osaka.
The first day that we were there.
The first day, yeah. Exactly. And
we had a little Nara trip in between.
We had our
Came
Nara
back
trip
to Osaka for our final 2 days.
And it just happened that the route worked out, and
we went for some lunch.
Got some lunch, and I managed to get.
And then we went to Tower Knives.
A chance to get to Tower Knives. So I was looking for a Kyoto knife. And as soon as we walked in, we was greeted. Everything was super pleasant, and we was greeted by
Daniel.
Nice chap called Daniel.
American guy.
Sort of told him that what I was looking forward to, and what type of knife I wanted, and size, and bits and pieces like this. And I'd say within 3 minutes of me being in the store, these knives, or a bunch of these knives, I'd say a bunch, maybe about 5, got delivered to the store. And Daniel then said that he was really shocked. Knives. Yeah, I know.
But there's some very special knives behind you, is basically what he said.
Yeah, and he was like, he sort of couldn't believe that these have got into the shop.
Which immediately intrigues you, right?
Which
because you think scarcity, if you don't see these, what are these knives?
Exactly, yeah. And I took a look around the shop, and not too much grabbed my eye, certainly not for some of the prices. And then we saw these, and they have had 10 of these knives from this knife maker, Bladesmith, in 2 years. And just so happened within minutes of me walking in, these got delivered in. So I was lucky enough to ask him if we could see them and maybe test them. They resharpened some of their tester knives, and this was the perfect size, shape, style.
So before they'd even put the knives out, right, there was word going round in this shop that these knives have been delivered. They've only seen 10 of them over the last 2 years. Daniel himself had 2, I think, of these knives.
Yep.
So really rare for them to get them. They also said they don't know when they're going to get them, so they just kind of appear. They'd actually got them the day before, but had not yet put them out. So literally just at that time that we walked in, they were about to sharpen kind of the display knives. And then they had, 5 boxes? So 1 box of each knife, I think that was available on the side. There was another guy who was interested in one of the knives as well. So we were just like, oh, please don't let it be the 240 knife that you actually want. So
this is a 240mm Kyoto knife. It was blessed at a shrine by the knife maker, which is why it comes with a little bell with it. Supposed to say a prayer before cooking. It's made by a guy called Hiroki Kobayashi in Seki City. This is the box. It is a stunning knife, incredibly sharp. It cuts through things like it's not even there. Black packerwood, micarta inserts. I got incredibly lucky to be able to purchase this knife in there. The exact style and shape and size that I wanted.
I've never ever seen Jack so happy about buying something after when he walked out of that store with his box, with his knife in the box, and you were just like beaming, bless you. But you were like keeping it inside, and I was like, Jack, are you happy? He's like, yeah. But I think even before we'd even seen the knife, just listening to the story from Daniel and seeing like how rare it is for them to actually get these knives in, I I think we knew before that you'd be buying it anyway. You know, you'd not even seen the knife. You were just like, we didn't even discuss it. I just kept on saying to Jack, I was like, it's fate that we've come today. It's fate that the guy that you wanted to go to in Kyoto wasn't open.
Yeah.
You know, it's fate that we've come here at this time. We've had some lunch and we didn't go on the first day of Osaka because, like, you know, even Daniel was saying, the people who came in yesterday had no idea that these knives were in the store. You know, and it just so happens that you walked in 3 minutes before they started putting them out.
Yeah. And even if we'd have got there 10 minutes earlier, and maybe I'd have purchased a different knife, or maybe not at all and left. We were just very, very lucky. Feel very fortunate to be able to own something like that as well. Bye.